everybody, this is Amy from Crafty Aims Workshop, and today I'm going to show you how I have made a cardboard fireplace. So the majority of this video is going to be a voiceover, just simply because when I made this it was last year and I couldn't do both things at the same time, so I mainly just took pictures. There's some video mixed in throughout. So what I'm going to do is just explain to you what you're looking at. So obviously the main part of the build is cardboard, and there's a number of other supplies, and we'll get to those later as we get there. So let's hop in, and I'm right now showing you the outline picture of what I was going by. It did not end up looking exactly like this, but it's similar. I needed to make it fit into a very small space in my living room, and you'll see the finished product in my living room at the end of the video. But I just wanted to give you an idea of where my mind was going when I was building this. So in this picture I'm showing you the cardboard that I was planning on using and the measurements that I used to make that. And I went all by what the measurements were of the space that I was going to be using. So one of the items that I did have to buy was the trifold poster board that I think I got either at Walmart or Dollar Tree, and of course you know those are not that expensive, and it was very helpful because it already had the size that I needed and I just had to add on to it. And I used a number of other boxes that my daughter got from work, and I just was very creative in how I utilized all of the cardboard, and I used tons and tons of hot glue and duct tape and other things. So you can see by some of the photos I've got measurements on there, but that's just to my space that I needed. So you guys, if you plan on making something like this, you're just going to have to figure out the space that you need, the space that you have measured out, and then try to go from there. But you're seeing that I am duct taping the poster board onto a larger piece of cardboard, and I use the duct tape so that it tells me exactly where I need it to go, and then you'll see that I'm also going to glue it down, and I'm going to use pieces of cardboard to give it more structure and help it to stand up. Okay, and what you're looking at here is me building the sides of the fireplace, and I put those pieces of cardboard on the inside, just again to give it more structure, to make it more sturdy, because I'm going to be putting decorations and things on top of this, so I want to make sure the walls are not going to fall over. It's going to stay where it needs to stay, and I'm not going to have to worry about it. I had a hard time trying to get the pieces to go together without having something else to help hold it together. So I just kept using these little pieces of cardboard, which in the end actually gave it more structure and sturdiness, so that it could supply the weight and keep it where I needed to keep it. So the next thing you're going to see is a video, and I'm going to explain what I'm doing there. Okay guys, so here we are. This is where we're at the moment. I connected the sides here, and where I had put these little dividers in there just for stability, to keep it a little more sturdy. And then I just now finished putting on the front so you don't see the holes, and this side, and I did the back as well. That went a whole lot easier than the front. But I am just piecing this together with all kinds of cardboard. And I'm hoping the end result will be good, but we will see. So the next thing that I have to do is I'm going to put the top on. And with that, I'm going to use more cardboard, which this is the side of the box, and this is where the lid would normally fold down over the box. But I put some supports on this as well to keep it from bending. So we're going to put that on the top. And this is going to serve as a support for the styrofoam that I'm getting ready to show you. So these are pieces of styrofoam you can get at your local Home Depot or Lowe's. I think you use them for insulation. I don't know. It's been several years since I bought this and I'm just now using it. I had plans for it in other ways, but I never was able to accomplish what I wanted with it. So I am going to make this be used as the mantle for the fireplace. So I'm going to glue these together and go from there. I am going to overlap a little bit. As you can see, there's going to be a little bit of overlapping there and on the side. I don't know if I got it where it needs to go, but so there's going to be about an inch here, about an inch and a half over here, inch and a half here, inch here or so, and glue these all together. So you'll see here in a minute what it looks like. Okay, so now I'm putting on the styrofoam. I did have to cut those styrofoam pieces to the size that I needed and started gluing them on with hot glue. And here I'm showing you some poster board that someone had given me, and I'm just cutting that up and I'm using that for the front part and sides so that it is smooth. Okay guys, I've got all of my surfaces covered with poster board. So let me show you. I ran out of the brown. Someone had given me this from something that they were using it for, but I ran out of it, so I just used the regular poster board you can get at the store. And so I covered up all of the uckiness of trying to keep this thing sturdy and upright, so you can see. And now I'm probably not going to do anything on the back of it when I'm done, so I might actually paint that just so it's, but nobody's going to see the back, so it doesn't really matter. But anyways, so here is what it looks like so far. So you can see on the bottom here, there's still, you can still see that, but let me show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take a very large, it was a boot box that we had bought our boots in, and I'm just going to stick this in here. Now it's not big enough this direction, so I'm just going to fill that in with probably some leftover scraps of cardboard or something. And then I have another box from Diamond Painting right here, and I'm putting that on the bottom, so it's going to be 2 levels, so you can have like a step effect. And then I'll put another piece of cardboard over top of this that is exactly the right height, or exactly the right size, going width and deep. Here. But as what I was wanting to say is that I'm covering up, you're not going to see that anymore, so I didn't want to bother with doing the backboard here, because it's just, I'm going to paint all this anyway, so you're not going to see it. I did do the sides here because I didn't overlap this enough, and so you could still see some of the spots where I had made it more stable or stuck it together a little bit better to hold it together better, and you could still see that, so I went ahead and put one on each side. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to
glue this in. I'm going to put in something to fill this in with, and then I'll put a full piece of cardboard up top here. And then this is a little bit too long, this box, but I don't know. I may keep it and I may not. If I don't keep it, what I'll do is measure and see how I think it's about right there. So it's like a centimeter too long. So I may not do anything with it because I'm not going to worry about it too much. But if I scoot it down just a little bit, it's not going to cause a big deal. So I might just leave it. But I could cut it off if I wanted. Okay, I got that done, but an additional step I had to take was there was too much space in between this box and the shoe box. So anyways, I had to stick another piece of cardboard in there, which made it just fine. And then I went ahead and cut this piece out as best I could to fit. And I glued it in with hot glue. Everything on here has been hot glued except for when I put the styrofoam on here, I did hot glue and I did PVC glue, or like Elmer's glue all, and I stuck that together. I stacked books on top and I just let it sit overnight, actually into the next evening, and it was really strong put together. So okay, so now I've got to decide how I want to do the top here. I haven't decided for sure if I want to do a round top or if I just want to make it go straight across. Straight across is going to be a lot easier, but the round I think will give it a better aesthetic. So let me think about that and you'll see what I decide on. Okay guys, so I decided to do the curved fireplace area, and so I went ahead and put some sides on a little bit to give it a little bit more 3D and more like a real, as close to a real fireplace as I can get. And then I took a pencil with a string on it. I had measured in between these two areas, the lower ones here, put a string on a pencil, put the pencil up here in the middle section, and then use the string to guide me to the next point. That's not perfect, I can see that right now, but that's okay, we're gonna make it work. So let's go ahead and put the rest of the cardboard up. Okay, so what I did with the cardboard here is I kind of rolled it up, kind of bent it until it got more curvy, so that I was able to put it in this curved position. And then I glued it on there, or just the edges with the glue gun on this side, on the bottom side. And then I went ahead and put, I should have done it the other way around, but I put these little cardboard tabs on there to try to keep its structure in the form that I want. So I don't know how well that's going to help, but maybe it'll help a little bit. So here it is so far, and now I'm going to go ahead and put some cardboard right through here so it's solid and you won't even see that back there. Okay, so how I got the exact shape of what that is I only just stuck this up here like this after I got the right size of the cardboard I needed to go in between these two things. And then I took my black marker and went behind there and then I just traced it without looking at what I was doing. And I did it twice just to make sure. I pushed it back up in there just to make sure I had everything where it needed to be, and then I did it again, and it looks like everything is the same. So now I'm just going to cut it out with my razor blade. Okay, I am done with the structure of the fireplace, and now it is time to decorate it. I am going to be making it a brick fireplace with a wooden mantle on the top. So we'll see how this goes. We're going to use cardboard for the bricks. I'm going to use paper mache paste for in between the bricks, and I'm going to paint the bricks before I put them on there, so that's one thing I am going to do. And then I'll put them on there, and then I'm hoping the paper mache paste is going to cover up all the rest of the stuff, and if I need to paint it afterwards, I will. So, okay, let's get started with that.
So for those of you who are wondering how many pieces of cardboard I had to cut out to make bricks, I want to know what you think. And it had to cover the inside, the top, and the sides and the front. It did not cover the mantle. So down below, tell me, how many do you think I cut out and painted? I'm going to give you a minute. While we're waiting, this is the painted bricks. I used just regular acrylic paint that you can get at Hobby Lobby or Walmart or wherever, and I just let them dry. I put a couple colors on. One color was black, one was brown, and the other color was a cream color.
Okay guys, I thought I'd show you where I am right now. I never thought this project would take this long, but when you have to paint every single one of these bricks, and then you realize you didn't cut out enough, so I ended up cutting out 172 pieces of cardboard to represent bricks, and that's what it was in the end. I thought I had enough, but I didn't, and so on this side, some of these bricks were not pre-painted, and I just painted them after sticking the cardboard on there already. And then also I added that. Now, this is not what was pictured in my mind, the paint on this. I wanted the bricks to be more of a brown tan. I don't know how to describe it, but they ended up turning out to be more black and grayish. So I had to go back and repaint with a sponge a lot of these. And it still looks, they're brown now, but it's just not working out the way I had wanted. Nice. I'm hoping that once I get the mortar or the paper mache in between each brick, that it's going to pop and it's going to look good. That's my hope. We will see. I'm also going to use the paper mache. It's not paste, I just found out it's clay, paper mache clay, and I will give you all the information on that here in a bit. But it's something I found, another YouTuber who has come up many years ago on a paper mache. I keep calling it paste, but it's a clay. She uses it as a smoother, just like you would regular paper mache. You'd put glue and newspaper down, but instead she's using toilet paper and glue and some other ingredients. So I'll let you know what that is here in a minute. But I just thought I'd let you see what it looks like before I go any further with the project.
Okay, so who got it right? Put it down below. I want to know who got it. So what you're going to be seeing now is the before I put the clay on and then the after. And right now I'm showing you the products that I'm using to mix this clay. So toilet paper, you're going to soak it in water, or the glue all, and the all-purpose joint compound, mineral oil, and flour. And I'm just putting it in between all the bricks on the fireplace, and then I spread it out onto the mantelpiece as well, and then sanded it by hand. Before I sanded it, I did try to make marks on there to make it look like it was a log, and it just didn't work out real good, although it's still on there to this day. I'm still using this fireplace. I love it. But I did try to paint the mantle wood colors, brown color. I tried everything. It turned out in the end it's a gray color on the top, which I still to this day don't like, but I covered up with decorations and things anyways for the most part. And but I think I was going to do it this year, but I never got around to it. But I think I am going to paint it something else. I'm not sure what I'm going to paint it with, but I just used acrylic paints for that as well. Alright, and you can't have a fireplace without a fire, so that's what we're going to be making next. It's just Christmas lights. I found these logs at Target. They're just, looks like wrapping paper wrapped around styrofoam. And then I used some great stuff. It's the stuff that you put in between cracks and things to insulate your home with. And then put some twigs on top of that. I don't show it here, but I did spray paint it black, red, and yellow, I believe. And you'll see that here shortly in the final product. And I'll also put down below in the description the YouTuber who came up with this idea of making the embers. It was a pretty cool idea, and I noticed other people doing the same thing. So I'll put that down below, along with the creator of the paper mache paste or clay. Really good ideas, and I really recommend you guys trying them out. And here you'll see that I use some spray paint to kind of give the effect of the burning smoke or flames coming from the fire and going out onto the fireplace mantle, just to give it a more authentic look. And now the finished product. I decorated it. I usually decorate for winter, so you're going to see a lot of wintry themed items here. I don't decorate for the holidays, but I do decorate for the season. And so I got these little houses from Dollar Tree. The diamond painting, of course, you guys have seen in a previous video. And then I found that little white Christmas tree, and I just had to have it to go with the winter theme. And I just think it gives a beautiful warm glow and brightens the room up. And then that flame from the fireplace, it just gives a great ambiance. Even though it's not a real fire and not a real fireplace, it does give the effect that it looks like one. So I'm really glad about how this turned out. If you guys try to make yourself a fireplace, put it down in the comments below. If you make a video, let me know. I would love to watch it and see how you do it. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know down below. And also, don't forget, I am on Instagram. I'm on there all the time. So let me know how you all are doing. And I hope to have more videos coming out very soon. And I will see you all later. Bye.